They were met with extreme heat. It was a metal building, so think of pressure cooker type situation.
Right now, a fire at a Dane County plastics company destroys the business. How its location played a role in adding to the challenge of putting out the flames.
Also, as American Girl closes its corporate office in Middleton, a look back at how the company came to be and the local legacy it leaves behind.
And many in Janesville coming to the aid of nearly 100 residents recently evicted from their homes on short notice. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. We begin with breaking news tonight. Within just the last couple of hours, a judge in New York ruled that former President Donald Trump will have to pay a nearly $355 million penalty in his civil fraud case.
Trump also barred from serving as an officer or director of any corporation or legal entity in that state for 3 years. Judge Arthur Engeron released the decision 4 months after finding Trump had committed fraud by inflating his assets and net worth, all to get better terms on loans and insurance. The former president has pleaded not guilty and denied any wrongdoing. He's also claimed the charges brought by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg are politically motivated.
We today uphold our solemn responsibility to ensure that everyone stands equal before the law. No amount of money and no amount of power changes that enduring American principle.
The judge also banned sons Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump from running a corporation in New York for 2 years, saying they intentionally falsified business records. The former president and his co-defendants are expected to appeal. Next tonight, like a pressure cooker, that's how firefighters describe an early morning fire in Albion that's leaving a local business in ashes.
Crews are still there this evening, more than 14 hours after receiving the original call. And our Catherine Merck is live from the scene with what we know tonight. Catherine?
The scene behind me at Vico Plastics was a difficult one for first responders to help out with, but also a difficult one for the business behind here that's now going to have to figure out something else moving forward.
It's the biggest challenge. This is a rural area not served by hydrants.
The Lakeside Fire Chief tells us this was a difficult fire for their units to respond to.
They were met with extreme heat. It was a metal building, so think of pressure cooker type situation.
Dispatch said they received a report of a fire at the Vico Plastics on Haugen Road at about 2:30 in the morning.
Our first crew, when they arrived, had heavy smoke already showing from the building.
Officials are still unsure how it started.
When we talked with the owner, they were in production during the day yesterday. We do have our investigator, the county-wide investigation team on its way. So we'll be getting them in there so they can start taking a look and see if we can pin it down to an area of origin and then try to figure out what the real cause was.
Well, this was a tough fire for crews to put out. It's just the start of figuring out what's next for the business that's left destroyed.
We understand it's a major loss.
The owner of the business spoke to me briefly on the phone earlier today, and he told me that he was spending most of the morning and early afternoon contacting people at his business, trying to figure out what's next. Reporting live in Albion, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Today felt a little bit more like winter, some chillier temperatures across southern Wisconsin.
Well, it looks like it'll be here at least for the start of the weekend. With a look at your weekend forecast, let's go out to the weather patio. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
You know, it hasn't been this cold in almost a month, and it looks like we're going to see a quick warm-up after a cold day tomorrow. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. You can see the snow on the ground from the system that came through the previous night, but a lot of that snow will start melting as we head into next week because temperatures are going to get pretty warm, and that snow cover is not very thick. As we look at Doppler track right now, there have been a few flurries across central Iowa and northern portions of the Midwest. Low temperatures this morning, 23 in Madison, but notice where skies cleared out to the north and west, those temperatures were in the teens, and we're going to see temperatures similar to or even lower than that across most of southern Wisconsin. Right now, temperatures middle to upper 20s over southern Wisconsin, but to the north and west, again, those temperatures already in the teens out toward La Crosse. Here in Madison, we're at 25, 27 in Middleton, 29 degrees in Edgerton, and 26 in Deerfield. Otherwise, look for those temperatures to drop off to about 16 by late evening as skies turn mostly clear. And we could even be talking about below zero wind chills tonight, but like I say, we're going to see a quick warm-up next week. I'll tell you how mild it'll get in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. A Wisconsin brand built over 40 years in Middleton is shutting its doors.
Our Braden Ross joins us with a look back at American Girl's decades in Dane County. Braden?
Yeah, American Girl was founded just down the road almost 40 years ago. Its founder, Pleasant Rowland, has been a Madison area icon almost as long. As the story goes, Rowland was inspired to create the dolls after 2 trips, one to the mall where she noticed a gap in the doll market, which at the time featured either grown-up Barbie dolls or infantile Cabbage Patch dolls. The second trip to Colonial Williamsburg inspired her to center her doll brand around history.
She kind of had this aha moment, to quote Oprah, what if I made a toy, an educational toy for girls that invited them to learn about American history by putting girls like them at the center of the story and inviting them to learn through play with dolls and all kinds of accessories.
Rowland sold the brand to Mattel for $700 million in 1998. That's when she shifted her focus to philanthropic work. Her legacy is everywhere in Madison, from creating concerts on the square to donating the iconic Monona Terrace fountain. Coming up tonight at 6, I'll have more on the history of the company and on Rowland's legacy.
All right, Braden, thank you. The First Lady in the Badger State today. About 2:30 this afternoon, Dr. Jill Biden touched down in Green Bay. Dr. Biden taking part in a roundtable at the Rail Yard Innovation District to talk about the Biden administration's education policies. Meanwhile, the state GOP countered with a news conference sharing its own vision for Wisconsin.
Tonight, we're awaiting possible news from the state capitol as Governor Evers faces a Tuesday deadline to take action on the legislative maps that Republican lawmakers sent him this week. He faces a decision on whether to sign or veto the proposal. The new maps would actually help Democrats out in state legislative races, but he could still veto the maps and get possibly better versions for Democrats from the state Supreme Court. Political reporter Will Keneally delved into this issue on this week's edition of For the Record.
What are you hearing from some of these groups that have been pushing for these fair maps?
So I would say members of the Democratic Party are super suspicious about this last-minute rush by the Republicans to join Evers and saying, yeah, we want these fair maps. But the nonpartisan groups, Common Cause, the League of Women Voters, the Wisconsin Democracy Campaign, instantly issued press releases after the vote celebrating this outcome.
And you can see more from that conversation coming up this Sunday on For the Record at 10:30.
The Wisconsin DOT says it'll start sending out new license plate stickers to drivers who own electric and hybrid vehicles. The law passed last year requires all hybrids and EVs to have license plate stickers as a safety precaution. That's for first responders, letting them know when they approach the scene of a crash whether the vehicle is electric or has a traditional gas engine, so they can use the right equipment. Anyone who buys or already owns a hybrid or EV will automatically be sent those stickers in the mail and should receive them by June. If you buy a hybrid or EV this summer, you will get the stickers with those new license plates. The DOT says the sticker should be placed in the upper right corner of each standard-sized license plate. Well, last week, nearly 100 Janesville families were served unexpected eviction notices.
Today, the community gathered around them for support. Our Maddie Heimsch has more.
Salvation Army, Rock County Human Services, the School District of Janesville, and many more organizations are all here today at the Boys and Girls Club offering their services to tenants in need. Jessica Galindo has been renting from Rick Donahue with her 3 kids and 2 dogs since 2020. When I spoke with her last week, she wondered who would have the capacity to help 100 families. When she came out of today's meeting, she realized she wasn't alone.
Talking to a lot of these folks, I mean, they're in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. We all have those vulnerabilities of either, low credit scores or we don't make 3 times the rent. I mean, we all struggle.
Galindo told me she and the other tenants saw firsthand that the city has their back, but she's still unsure of her next steps. On News 3 now at 6, we'll hear from the city on their efforts to provide for these residents. Moving forward in Janesville, Maddie Heimsch, News 3 now.
Madison police say they arrested a woman who allegedly used brass knuckles in a fight with another woman. Just before 4 yesterday afternoon, officers were called to a quick trip on Fish Hatchery Road just north of the Beltline. They say an injured woman reported being assaulted by someone she knew using those brass knuckles. The victim was taken to a hospital for her injuries and later cited for disorderly conduct. The suspect, a 25-year-old woman, faces charges of substantial battery and disorderly conduct while armed.
Prosecutors in Kansas City are moving ahead with charges in connection with the mass shooting at the Chiefs Super Bowl parade. Missouri court officials say 2 teens face gun-related and resisting arrest charges. More additional charges are expected. Police say Wednesday's shooting stemmed from a dispute between several people. One woman died and more than 20 people were injured, many of them children. The teenagers remain in custody.
A congressional committee has issued unprecedented subpoenas to Harvard University. The House Education and Workforce Committee is compelling the Ivy League school to turn over documents as it investigates anti-Semitism on campus. This is the first time the committee has issued a subpoena since the panel was founded way back in 1867. Republican Chairwoman Virginia Foxx says she hopes it serves as a wake-up call to Harvard that Congress will not tolerate anti-Semitism. Harvard has already turned over some of the documents, but Foxx says it contained omissions and questionable redactions.
New tonight at 5, Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia is not entering the presidential race. The retiring Democrat has been on a national listening tour as he weighed whether to launch a third-party bid. Instead of jumping into the race, Manchin is planning to focus on a new group, Americans Together, which promotes moderate politics. Manchin has been critical of President Biden for being too liberal, but he has also said he refuses to be part of any effort that could help re-elect Donald Trump.
Gary's back as we head for the weekend. Coming up, a complete look at his first warn forecast.
And we're coming out of the winter and people are hitting the roads more, and we're seeing higher gas prices. Why experts say you should never pay full price at the pump. That's coming up next at 5.
On Wall Street, the weekends with red numbers across the board. The Dow Jones giving back 145 points. The Nasdaq falls 130.5. S&P 500 down 24. We'll be right back.
To savings at Menards. We carry a great selection of blinds and shades that provide the perfect fit for any window in your home. Get room darkening cordless vinyl blinds. Trim to width for free, starting at $9.99 after $3 mail-in rebate. Get the comfort and support you'd expect from a new mattress with Serta. Find the perfect mattress that fits your size and firmness needs. Get this Arlington Queen mattress for $739.
Race to savings now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
At the Century House, take 10% off our extensive collection of stressless recliners and sofas, or get $400 off stressless Max and Mike recliners in luxurious Paloma leather, or classic power base recliners in any cover. Plus, get 10% off the new Stressless Sky customizable luxury mattress. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Trains are coming to Madison, in miniature that is, at the 56th Mad City Model Railroad Show, February 17th and 18th at the Alliant Energy Center. Get caught up in 100,000 square feet of trains, clinics, and exhibits, with 300 vendor tables featuring train merchandise, toys, hobby supplies, railroad antiques, collectibles, and much more. Many door prizes and 4 train sets will be given away each day. It's a great entertainment value for the whole family, Saturday and Sunday, February 17th and 18th at the Alliant Energy Center. Save online.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hey, Wayne, shopping for a new door?
I sure am.
This fiberglass door is really strong. We love ours. Do you need something more dependable?
Yes, something that's durable, dent resistant, knows how to take a hit, and is going to last for years.
We're still talking about the door, right?
Oh, yeah, right, of course.
Right now, you can customize your home for 0% interest for up to 60 months when you place your order by February 23rd. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Many Janesville residents are facing homelessness after being served eviction notices. Find out how the community is supporting them and discover the long history of American Girl in Wisconsin before closing its office doors yesterday. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
South Central, Wisconsin, where people unite for a brighter future and businesses thrive. News 3 Now embraces that spirit. We celebrate the good and we fix the bad. No settling, no backing down. That's our commitment to you. News 3 Now, moving forward. You're watching News 3 Now at 5, moving forward.
Wholesale inflation rose in January more than expected. The producer price index increased 0.3%, bringing the annual increase to 0.9%. Economists had predicted a 0.7% gain for the year. PPI measures average price shifts at the wholesale level before products reach the consumer. It includes various categories, including the volatile food and energy sectors, and is an indicator of what consumers ultimately pay.
Well, President's Day weekend is here, and many are expected to hit the road, a soft launch, if you will, for spring and summer travel. But you might notice as you fill up your car that gas prices are a bit higher than they were even a week ago. Gloria Pazmino explains why this is and why experts say you should never be paying retail price at the pump.
If you feel like you're paying more to fill up your cart lately, you're not imagining it. Gas prices have begun their annual seasonal increase as winter winds down.
We tend to see it right around Valentine's Day, President's Day. That's really when gas prices tend to start rising more noticeably.
Patrick DeHaan is head of petroleum analysis at Gas Buddy, and he says this is the time of year that Americans start to see that rise at the pump and feel a pinch in their wallets.
Refineries start doing maintenance to prepare for the summer driving season. That maintenance sees shutdowns, less gasoline being produced, and also a switch over to summer gasoline, which will start here in just a week or two across much of the country.
According to AAA, the national average for gas is $3.28 a gallon, up 11 cents in the last week alone. For now, DeHaan says that's well within the normal range of about 35 to 85 cents a gallon from winter to spring peak, which tops out around Memorial Day weekend. But refinery outages due to cold weather and electrical issues in the last several weeks could push prices up even higher. But here's some good news. There are lots of ways to save at the pump.
A lot of stations have loyalty programs out now that will give you a discount just for putting in your information. There can be credit cards with rebates and rewards for using their card at a pump. Even Gas Buddy has a Pay with Gas Buddy card that links to a checking account that can save you up to 25 cents a gallon. So if you combine all of those, really nobody should be paying what that retail price says.
Well, let's get a look at your first one forecast now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi. Gary?
It's cold out there today. We haven't been this cold in almost a month. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the lower 30s. Now today we've been in the upper 20s to lower 30s. Last time we were that cold was the 21st of January when the high was 20. The overnight low temperature was 4 below zero. Since that day, we haven't had a low temperature below 20 degrees and a high temperature below 32. So that just shows you how unusually warm it has been. But it's also going to be dry. Little in the way of precipitation expected over the next 10 days, maybe a couple of sprinkles on Wednesday, and maybe a couple of flurries on Friday of next week. Otherwise, above normal temperatures return on Sunday and last through next week and into at least the start of the following week. In fact, you take a look at the next 10 days. Average high temperature 32 degrees, tomorrow 31, below normal. But look what happens after that. Upper 30s on Sunday, and then we're looking at temperatures into the lower 50s by Wednesday, almost 20 degrees above average. A little colder for Thursday and Friday, but then we warm right back up again into the upper 40s as we head into the start of the following week. Now, a few lake effect snow showers downwind from Lake Superior and on the other side of Lake Michigan. There have been a few flurries across parts of central Iowa. I even saw a couple of flakes of snow around noontime, but skies will clear out pretty nicely overnight. Big winter storm system passing to our south, moving through Indiana and Ohio and eventually heading toward the mid-Atlantic states, probably bringing several inches of snow to Washington, D.C., and then down to the south, some rain. But notice the upper level winds right now from the west here, a little more northerly out to the west of us, so that'll bring down a brief shot of colder air, but already that jet stream starting to push back northward in the western part of the country, a sign that we're going to be warming up again. In the short term, cold weather across much of the Midwest, again with those northwesterly winds across the area, not only aloft but near the ground as well. So the cold air has made it south of the Ohio River, extends all the way out to the Rockies, so breezy and cold through much of the Midwest right now. If you take a look at current temperatures, Well, we haven't seen them this cold in a while. Already, single digits and teens up in the northern part of the state, 20s across much of southern Wisconsin, and we'll see a cold night tonight. But like I say, it'll be a short-lived cold snap. Planning your night, temperatures already in the upper teens by 9 p.m. By midnight, look for temperatures probably in the middle teens. Overnight, they drop into the lower teens by 3 a.m. and by early tomorrow morning down to about 10 degrees in Madison. A few places could be in the single digits with wind chills perhaps as cold as 5 above to 5 below zero. Planning your night across Dane County, low of 13 Mount Vernon, 12 in Pine Bluff, and 10 for the overnight low into Forest. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 15 in Janesville, 14 in Monroe, and 12 for the overnight low in Camp Douglas. Tomorrow, though, partly sunny skies, breezy, not quite as cold. High temperature back to around 31 degrees in the first 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures go up from there. 38 Sunday, 44 Monday, 47 Tuesday, and 52 on Wednesday. The only precipitation, a slight chance for a shower on Wednesday, maybe a couple of flurries on Friday. Otherwise, dry weather into the start of the following week. As we take a look at first warn traffic, for Friday, things looking pretty good out there. The Beltline, good shape, not seeing any delays there. I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison, no issues there. Travel times, about 16 minutes either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and I-39, 90. Inbound from Sun Prairie to downtown is a quick 17 minutes today. The same trip on the outbound side takes you 17 minutes. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City is 16 minutes, and I-39, 90 from the Beltline to Janesville takes you 25 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Next at 5. Many of us go to the doctor when we're sick, but what about when you're feeling well? How to stay on top of your health with routine visits just ahead.
First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you quality name brand workwear and footwear because we get you. From the farm to the job site to your own backyard, we have great deals on your favorite rugged styles for spring. Right now, earn $50 in Carhartt bucks when you spend $200 on Carhartt gear. Men's Wrangler 5-star jeans, buy one, get one half price. And while you're in for workwear, save on new resealable bags of Blaine's mixed nuts or cashews, just $16.99. We get you what you need because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
Sockberry Healthcare is here to help. To help with your shoulder pain,
your knee injury,
that hip that bothers you,
with your foot or ankle pain.
We focus on quality.
We focus on results.
And take time to listen.
So that your care is the best care for you.
You.
You. You.
For you. We're here for you.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics.
Listening, healing, caring. It's in our nature.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5, moving forward.
Well, you go to the doctor, of course, when you don't feel well, but are you going when you feel fine? Health experts say routinely seeing a physician is a critical part of staying healthy. Mandy Gaither explains why doctor's visits aren't just for when you're sick.
A persistent cough, a stabbing sore throat, a high fever, all reasons you may see the doctor. But even when you're healthy, you should go for a visit too.
Regular doctor visits are a cornerstone for preventative health care.
Dr. Matthew Goldman with Cleveland Clinic says seeing a doctor when you're healthy can help you stay that way. He says your doctor can help maintain wellness, manage chronic conditions, and foster a holistic approach to caring for both physical and mental health in the long term.
They can help create personalized care on your preferences and your health history.
A routine exam is recommended each year. The provider will check overall well-being, including mental health, skin, eyes and ears, nose and mouth, heart, lungs, and abdomen. They'll run tests to make sure you're healthy.
Routine screenings and immunizations help in early detection and prevention of disease. We identify risk factors that are common for chronic diseases, allowing for early intervention.
You can prepare for a routine exam by bringing things like results from prior tests or lab work, knowing measurements like blood pressure or blood sugar readings that you've been asked to track, symptoms that have come up since the last visit, and a list of medications or supplements you currently take.
Make sure that your provider has as much information as possible to help you make informed decisions.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And routine doctor visits can also help you stay on top of routine screenings, including screenings for breast, cervical, colorectal, and lung cancer.
Well, stay with us. A final check of your First One forecast after a short break.
It's A1 Furniture's Truckload Mattress Blowout. Queen Luxury Firm Mattress only $2.99. Queen Euro Top $3.99. Queen Jumbo Plush or Firm just $4.99. All sizes available during this once-a-year mattress event. Only at Madison's locally owned A1 Furniture. Get solar and get saving with Olsen Solar Energy in the Madison area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olsen Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsensolarenergy.com or give us a call.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Valentine's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
It's A1 Furniture's Truckload Mattress Blowout. Queen Luxury Firm Mattress only $2.99. Queen Euro Top $3.99. Queen Jumbo Plush or Firm just $4.99. All sizes available during this once-a-year mattress event. Only at Madison's locally owned A1 Furniture.
On this Friday night, Caitlin Clark makes history scoring the most career points in women's college basketball. How she's winning big and inspiring the next generation. That and more headlines tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Yeah, she's pretty good. A group of college basketball players found themselves in a bit of a tight spot. It wasn't quite the night for them that it was for Caitlin Clark. Before their game began, they got stuck in an elevator for so long the game was delayed. The players were from Fairleigh Dickinson, that's in Hackensack, New Jersey, and they were getting ready for an away game against Long Island when they got stuck in that cramped elevator.
Well, as you can see here, they were rescued by the New York City Fire Department, and the footage shared on social media showed the players climbing out of the elevator one at a time. They made it to the game about 15 minutes late, and they still managed to win by 2 points, 84 to 82.
That's how bad Long Island is. They still lost, even though the other team was trapped in the elevator. Gary's got a final check of the forecast.
That never happened to me when I played basketball. I didn't play basketball. Skies right now are starting to clear out. There's the live view from the WISC-TV Sky Cam. Platform Queen Bee Radio Sky Cam showing a beautiful sunset in the west. Current temperatures, though, are dropping. Right now, 30 in Janesville, 25 in Madison, and then already in the teens out by Camp Douglas and La Crosse. 26 right now in Middleton, and 27 degrees right now in Verona.
All right, we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. The CBS Evening News starts right now.